Welcome to the Best Things Podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Best Things Pod as well. Now, here are your hosts, Craig and Aaron.
Hello, Internet. Happy New Year, and welcome into the Best Things Podcast. My name is Craig. Sitting next to me, Pizza Planet's president, Aaron Brooks. Happy 2025, Aaron.
We made it. We did it.
We did nothing. I mean, we just literally
We went around the sun.
we just made it around.
I've already messed up 2025, so I'm claiming 2026 is my year.
What did you do so badly that we are 8 days into it that you've already done it? I know what you did. You stuck to being a Razorback fan. That was the
yes.
Have we won this year? We have won. We've won once in 2025 at the time of this recording, haven't we? Because we were there.
That was December 30th.
Oh, so we have not won yet.
We have not won in 2025.
We have not yet won. No. Hey, I tell you who has won, Detroit Lions, baby, and the Denver Broncos.
Yes. Both in the playoffs.
Both in the playoffs. I need to say...
I may be out of the playoffs by the time this airs, though.
So it has been a minute since we've recorded. You know, holidays get here and you get busy and stuff like that. So a little bit has happened that I need to make reference to. Shout out. During the break, I threw on our TikTok this random thing. I was tired of never having an NFL team, and so I left it up to you, the fans, to hook a brother up and help me out with an NFL team. And we did a little process of elimination thing all the way down to the last couple of days of this thing. And shout out to the LA Chargers and Detroit Lions for hopping in our comment section.
Yes, they did. And it was really fun.
Ultimately, the Detroit Lions were the pick. They are now my official NFL team, and they hooked us up with some swag too. There's a hat right there.
Yeah,
wearing a hat, and so shout out to the Lions. Thank you for the gift. New Era cap as well for the gift as well. So
when did we get armor? I just now noticed that.
That was called cleaning out the garage and thought, hey, that's a cool thing to put in the set. So yeah, anyway, that was a little fun thing that happened over the holidays. Good Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah. Same. First Christmas with a 2-year-old.
Yes, it was. He was entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it. Opening up. His presence a lot more expressive than a year ago.
Yeah, we noticed that about Ellie too. She was opening on her own. It was great. Okay, well today, without further ado, we're finally talking on a topic that has been on that board forever.
A long time. I can't believe it's taken us this long to get to it.
I can't either. We're kind of waiting for almost a perfect moment. I don't know that this is the perfect moment, but it's the one we're going with because the week this comes out is National Pizza Week. And let me make sure that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's just National Pizza Week. And so we thought, what better time than right now to talk about pizza, specifically pizza toppings. We debated on what route we should go with this. And we were trying to figure out, because there's a lot you could go with. Toppings, styles, chains, frozen, the list goes on. So we're learning, all you listeners and watchers out there, not to do everything in one episode. And so for the sake of content, we've narrowed it down to just talking about pizza toppings and building our perfect pizza, which I'm very excited to know kind of, I think we're going to agree more than we're going to disagree, but I have a feeling there's going to be a few moments in this episode where maybe we disagree. Agree?
I agree with what you said. I agree with your statement. Are we going to settle on one type of crust that we're both using, or is crust since we're doing building your perfect pizza, does that include the crust, or are we debating the crust styles as well?
I think we can talk crust styles.
So okay,
Yeah,
so
I think why not?
That comes into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that plays a big role into it. I mean, I think we both agree homemade, a fresh crust, a freshly made crust is always superior, but the style in which it's made,
Yes.
very different.
Yes.
I want to do something before we get into all the toppings and stuff. I was curious because, and this may be little Easter eggs into our conversation a little bit later, but BuzzFeed has this quiz.
Okay.
You remember the old BuzzFeed quizzes?
Yeah.
This one is what your pizza toppings reveal about your personality.
Okay.
Okay, so I've already done mine.
You've done yours.
Just for the sake of time, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to ask you, and we're going to do yours live here, okay?
Oh, wonderful.
So you are going
like a
to,
therapy
it's going to give
session.
you two options you have to eliminate. Now, it's putting one pie together, all right?
Okay.
So keep that in mind as you go through this thing. You're putting one pie together. Pepperoni and mushroom, which one are you taking off? You're going to leave them both? You're going to take them both off? What are you going to do?
Take the mushroom off.
No mushrooms.
No mushroom.
Okay. Pineapple and ham. In addition to your pepperoni now, we're adding on to it. Which one do you want? Do you want
I want
neither of
ham.
them?
Get rid of the pineapple.
Okay, get rid of pineapple.
Send it to an eternal fire.
Sausage and jalapeno. Keep both, ditch both, get rid of one.
Ooh. Does it specify what kind of sausage, or can I interpret the sausage to be what it is?
Yeah, you can make it pork, Italian, whatever you want to do.
Okay. This is tough because I like, man, I wish I would have.
You can keep them both. Right now, you're heading down the meat lovers train.
I am. I kind of wish I had gotten rid of ham though now.
I mean, we can go back. You want to ditch ham? And
No,
pineapple?
I'm gonna keep the ham, and let's keep both of those toppings.
Okay.
I want just pork sausage, a breakfast style sausage.
Okay. What about green pepper and anchovy?
I'll keep the green peppers.
Okay, ditch the anchovy.
Get rid of anchovies.
Sliced tomato and red onion.
I hope not. That I hate those.
And finally, fresh basil and black olives.
Nope, I don't want the basil. I do want those black olives.
Seriously?
Give me them black
Oh,
olives.
you ruined it.
Give it to me.
Congratulations, you are the entertainer. You're an imaginative and strategic thinker. You were born with an intense curiosity and were always off in your own little world. As a kid, you were fascinated with the unknown and loved to surprise people and yourself. You naturally take on the role of entertainer, and you love to make people laugh, especially when they're in need of a distraction.
Hey, it knows me so well.
It knows you so well. Guess what? I also got the
You're an
entertainer.
entertainer
I'm an
too?
entertainer too. Yeah.
Is everybody just an entertainer? Because I know our pizzas couldn't have been the same there.
I had both mushroom and pepperoni.
Okay.
I took off ham and pineapple both.
Okay.
I also took off sausage and jalapeno.
Okay.
I took off anchovy, left green onion.
So you've got green onion, green pepper.
Green pepper, I mean.
So you've got pepperoni and green pepper at this point.
Yeah, and mushroom.
Oh, and mushroom. Okay, pepperoni, green pepper, and mushroom.
And I took off both tomato and red
Yes.
onion. And I left the basil.
And you got rid of the olives, obviously.
Yeah.
Our pizzas are not even remotely close.
They're not.
How do you come up with something other than an entertainer?
I have no idea.
I am not entertained. Stupid.
That's how it went,
That is
though.
stupid.
So, what are you going to do? All right. You ready to hop into this thing?
Yeah, let's make some good content now.
Before we can figure out the best thing, we have to talk about all the things. It's time for the thing about the things.
Okay, we're going to build out our perfect pies. This is similar to the burger episode we did. I
don't remember that.
A while back. It's been a minute. We're going to kind of go through, just talk about the different things. As always, we have our bona fide Taco Bell right there. I hadn't tried that since Christmas break, so I'm glad the battery's still working it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about toppings, and if at any point we feel inclined, we will smash that button, add it to our side of the bracket. At the end of this, we'll bracket it out, and I would say at the very end of this, or before the bracket or something, each one of us will give our perfect pizza pie, and see if you agree. What is your favorite pizza pie topping. Why do I keep saying pizza pie? What is your favorite
pizza pie?
What is your favorite pizza topping? Let us know in the comments of this video. We're going to let you know ours right now. Do you want to go first? Do we want to just follow this ranker list? Do we want to break it down by category? We want to talk crust first, cheese, toppings, meats, veggies.
I think we got to build it from the base up.
Okay.
So you can't just start with toppings. I don't think that's inappropriate. I think we have to start with crust.
I choose crust. That's my number one.
Idiot. Okay. Crust.
Yes.
You can choose a crust style. I think we both should.
I agree.
Should choose a crust style, and I'll let you go first. You can have your choice of crust style.
I don't know.
Here's the. I want to say something first.
Please do.
A lot of people seem to really choose their crust religion, and they are bound to it.
See, I'm not that way.
Neither am I. I love all pizza. Okay, yeah. I'm not a crust hater. I will take thick crust pizza, pan style pizza, thin crust pizza. I like pizza in all the shapes and forms. I like it in pockets. I like it in rolls. I like it in calzones.
Calzone.
You make it.
Should we do a whole
I'll eat it
episode of pizza adjacent things? Because I mean, I wasn't even thinking calzone or stromboli or anything like that. I was just thinking of pie. You know?
Yeah, and those are definitely pizza adjacent.
Yeah. Oh man,
it makes me every time I think of a calzone, I remember our trips to
Charlie's Pizza.
Charlie's Pizza, man,
circa 2006
to 9,
yeah, something like that.
Those were good.
Those were the days.
I liked Charlie's Pizza.
They did a really good job.
They did.
In retrospect, I miss them greatly because
we don't have a local pizza.
We don't have a great local spot anymore. They're all chains.
It's a shame.
And I'm usually a fan of chain restaurants. I'm not opposed to a lot of them, but man, I would kill if you were in the Searcy area or just in the Arkansas or just interested in an investment opportunity, a local good quality pizzeria in our city would crush here.
It is.
It would absolutely crush here.
And here's the thing. We're both foodies.
Yeah.
I think we need an investor to open up a Best Things Pizza.
Ooh.
Let us be the creators of the pizza.
Oh, could you imagine creating some cool pies?
I think we could do that. We just need the investment.
We need the investment. Please send all checks directly to us.
Yes.
Just no paperwork needed. Trust us.
We just talked about some real estate that's available.
Yeah.
I mean, we know a place that we could put it in.
We know a few places, yeah.
Also, put a Jersey Mike's in right next to it.
Yes, a Jersey Mike's, absolutely. Well, I mean,
so you can choose your crust. You can think about your crust style.
That's just it. I just looked. What types of crust are there out there? You've got the Neapolitan, a New York style,
and a Neapolitan style pizza crust. That's like the vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate.
I hope not. That's what when you think of a normal pizza crust, that's what you're thinking of. New York style. I mean, what would be the difference between a New York? I mean, I guess it's bigger and thinner.
Bigger and thinner, I think.
But it's not thin crust, right? Or would you consider that thin crust?
No, I do not consider thin crust pizza to be equal to,
because a New York's got to have some
it's
flop.
foldable.
Yeah,
it's the tip of it needs to kind of just droop a little bit. You know,
big old slices.
Yes.
Chicago deep dish, the Sicilian crust rectangular crust. This list.
Who are these people?
Sicilian crust, rectangular crust with light, airy interior and crispy bottom. Crispy or light thin crust. Stuffed crust. I forgot about stuffed crust.
I didn't forget about stuffed crust. I was waiting to talk about
then
stuffed crust.
Then they put like gluten-free, whole wheat, cauliflower. Those are not
okay,
crusts.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're not going to allow to say, I'm going to take a big chicken breast and turn this into my pizza crust. So we're not going to do like a keto.
No, we're not.
No.
That's not, when you're talking the best, those should never come up.
Cauliflower and best pizza crust.
I've had some that are decent, but it's not a comparison. That's not a real pizza crust at all.
Some that were left off of this.
Yeah, I'm pulling up a different one.
Okay.
This one has Detroit style.
I was going to mention Detroit style.
St. Louis has a style.
I was going to mention
more
St. Louis.
crackery.
It's a crackery,
Which
very
our
thin
brick
crackery
oven
crust.
has a little bit more of
Yes.
a St. Louis style.
And then there is a secondary Chicago style pizza. Chicago tavern style
Yes,
pizza is
yes.
also that thin crackery crust.
Uh-huh.
You get over to the East Coast, like a New Jersey pie,
Right.
going to be very, very thin cracker style crust on that.
You got like a Sicilian that has like a focaccia
Yes.
bread. So it's spongier.
I'll give you another one that's not on this list.
Okay.
French bread pizza.
Yes.
I mean, I grew up making French
Yeah.
bread pizzas at home.
Uh-huh.
That makes a fantastic crust.
Absolutely.
In fact, we made French bread pizza within the last year, and I elevated it this time. Used to, we would just, take the French bread and put the sauce and stuff on it. But this time, I turned it into garlic toast first.
Yeah.
And then brought it out, and it helped maintain some of the integrity of the French bread, so it wasn't just soggy. You got some crisp and some crust in there. It was really good.
You can always, not that you should, but I have done this before and it works out. You can make a French bread Chicago deep dish style by just scooping out some of the
scooping it out.
bread,
Make it like
add
a-
more
like a
sauce.
boat.
Yeah, you can make it. It's a gravy boat, a bread bowl.
I'll tell you something else that we do at home. For a quick lunch, I'll take a tortilla, put some pizza sauce, pepperoni, cheese on it into the air fryer.
Oh yeah,
And that thing crisps up
Yeah, it
nicely for a little pizza style.
bagel bites. I mean, bagel pizzas.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of different options that you can go with.
I am not opposed to any of these pizzas.
No, I'm not either. I like them all, with the exception of your cauliflower and your keto.
Yeah, I'm talking standard.
Like that.
I want all the gluten, okay? Give me the gluten.
100%.
Give me the gluten, give me the butter, give me all the stuff, okay?
That's what I want.
That's what I want in my pizza
I
crust.
think if I've got to pick mine, it's probably New York.
Okay.
I think that's where I would end up landing. Would be what are you picking? I don't know if I want to add it to the bracket yet, but
It would be hard for me to not choose stuffed crust.
yeah,
It would be really hard not to choose stuffed crust.
but here's the thing. I mean, can you to have the char and stuff? I've never had a stuffed crust that has the good char on it. Like the only stuffed crust I've ever had has either been a frozen pizza or like Pizza Hut. And so I'm wanting that char, that real rich gluten develop, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know that I've ever had the two at the same time. So maybe it's out there and I just don't know about it.
I don't know if I don't know why you couldn't do that.
I mean, yeah. But the only reason I wonder is, would the cheese melt being hot and fast like that?
That could be a problem.
Inside the crust,
I don't know.
Would it have a chance to melt?
I mean, we are talking temperatures of 750 plus.
True, but very short amounts of time, and it's concealed.
It is.
I don't know.
I would like to try the scientific experiment and find out.
I would absolutely.
This would be a great thing to test.
We commit to doing this if we have to. Oh, we have to do this.
If I'm not choosing a stuffed crust pizza, then I would just go with a traditional hand tossed, something that's just sort of it's not going to be crackery. It's going to be thinner, but it's got some crust on the back edge, not the cracker style.
Yeah.
But also not just super thick Detroit, just a traditional, I don't know, what are they going to call, maybe Neapolitan might be the,
Probably, yeah. Just your
as far
hand
as the ones
toss.
that we've talked about, that's probably the crust. If I don't take stuffed crust,
Right.
I'll take that.
I'm good with that too. I think. I mean, what's your least favorite of these? Of the good kind. We're not talking cauliflower and chicken-based crusts, which is a real thing, by the way. I mean, if you've ever done
it is.
keto, and they're not great. It feels wrong. I think I know which one's my least favorite, and that's St. Louis style. It's usually too dry for me.
Okay.
I don't enjoy. I know it's a good crust when I want to eat the crust left
Right.
over, and I usually don't want to eat that unless I've got some really good ranch or something.
I'm trying to decide. I mean, I picked up a frozen Emo's pizza the other night at Walmart, which is St. Louis style. And I mean, it is just the thinnest of thin crusts. And it's super crispy and crunchy. I kind of like that. I was going to say maybe the flatbread,
Yeah.
which is just a hair thicker.
Yeah.
I typically don't order flatbread, so I would probably say flatbread is my least, and I ain't going to turn it down if somebody gives it to me.
Absolutely not. I mean, on all these you're talking, these are all good. Okay, deep dish is often controversial. Would you not agree? Like some people say it's not even pizza.
They're going to call it a casserole or a pie.
Yeah. I don't get it often.
I don't either. And I have a problem with places that want to call their stuff deep dish, but it's really just a super thick crust.
Right.
That is your Detroit style pizza.
Yeah,
If you're just
exactly.
going to make a thick crust and then put some toppings on. No, the actual Chicago style deep dish is going to be a fairly thin crust.
Right, yeah.
It's going to be like a pie.
Yeah.
A super thick layer of toppings in there, topped with the
first.
sauce.
Yeah.
On the very top of it.
Yeah.
You know, we went to a place in Colorado Springs a decade ago. I think it's closed now, but it was a couple from Chicago that had opened up a Chicago style pizzeria in Colorado Springs, and they made a really good deep dish. But I mean, it's a fork and knife situation, and I don't have a problem with it, and I consider it pizza. We talk about pizza pies. I mean, you've been calling it.
Yeah.
So I've got no problem there at all.
Yeah.
It's not my first choice.
No, and I'm like you. People who masquerade a deep dish, like a pan pizza. There's
Yes.
some people that say, "Oh, this is a deep dish." No, it's just
It's a
you do have some heft in there. It's a thicker pizza or deeper pizza, but it's still not.
but it's your crust.
yeah.
That's-
You've got a light layer of sauce,
Yes.
and then your toppings on top of it. So
Yeah.
you got to have the right classification. Are you taking a crust for the bracket? The reason I'm not is like I could go with any of them. I think most of my toppings would be good on most of these crusts.
I don't guess then that we will take one. Do we want to agree that we'll just build this on a hand tossed
Yeah.
crust?
Yeah, I agree.
For the sake of whatever. Okay.
Do we go meats, sauces, cheeses?
Well, let's go sauce next.
Sauce? Okay.
Yeah.
We're building it from the ground up.
Ground up.
Okay, so we're talking the goat is barbecue. I'm kidding. I couldn't let that linger very long. He would have punched me. Are you you like heavy sauce?
Again, I am not somebody who is a hater. I typically do prefer probably more sauce than less sauce.
Really?
I don't want a dry pizza.
Right.
So if I had to choose between having a dry pizza or one that had too much sauce, I would rather have one that has too much sauce because I end up like squeezing it out and then using the crust to dip in the sauce that's extra. So it's like, you know,
I never thought about that.
that's what I do if it has too much sauce on it. So you can, and I've had pizzas that I feel like have too much sauce on them.
Right.
There's a perfect ratio in there, but I would rather lean to the too much than the not enough side.
I probably lean lighter. I don't want no sauce, but I definitely don't like. I like my toppings usually to. Again, everything's in context. It's going to depend on where you get it. Also,
Yeah.
Like if I'm getting from Pizza Hut, their sauce is fine. Like I'm not crazy, about. I'm not getting it for their sauce, so I'm
Right.
going to go lighter so I can get more toppings or more cheese or whatever. I think we both agree we are both in search of the Ninja Turtles pizza. There is no greater pizza on the planet than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style pizza.
I feel like I came dangerously close to creating it at home a while back.
Really?
We had some friends over, and my parents both, they were like, oh, this might be the best pizza that you've made. Typically, I mean, I prefer to make my own pizza crust. I enjoy, I think, making my pizza at home, probably more so than any of the chain restaurants that we have in Searcy. So, in fact, I typically keep a pizza crust in the freezer. We've got one in the freezer. It's super simple to make. So we always make double batches of it and just keep them in the freezer and can thaw it out and make pizza. And we always make our own homemade sauce. So the last pizza that we made, and I thought it was really good, it was dangerously close to that sort of, I mean, it had the nice cheesy, stringy pull to it.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, just pull over to the side of the road or whatever you're doing, stop and take a minute and Google the image of the Ninja Turtles eating pizza because it looks incredibly delicious. It is really cheesy. It's got the droop on it. there's no way to describe it. And I don't know, maybe I haven't watched Ninja Turtles in a minute. Okay. My kid's not old enough to really consume that kind of content. So hopefully it hasn't changed, but the old school Ninja Turtles pizza just, man, it looks so good. You're looking up, Aaron is looking at some new Ninja Turtle content now.
Yeah, I wanted to see what these new people are seeing.
The new, is that CGI, I guess?
It looks CGI.
Show the pizza. They're just showing a pizza box flying around. I want to see, not as good.
It's not.
That is not as good as, listen, if you're a 90s kid, an 80s kid, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about Ninja Turtles pizza. The new stuff is not nearly as good. So go back, go old school, original TMNT Ninja Turtles pizza, and you absolutely know what I'm talking about when I say that's the best pizza. So sauces. I don't know how we got there. Sauces. Classic marinara is okay. Foodie guy, because you're more of a foodie. You're probably more of a foodie than I am, especially in this space. Difference between a classic marinara and a pizza sauce? Or are they too close to call?
I feel like they're really close. We make about 3 different pizza sauces, and I don't know that I can really call out the difference. One of the ones that we make is from Brian Lagerstrom, and he calls it his delivery style pizza sauce. And it's that sort of Pizza Hut, Papa John's. So it is strictly made from tomato paste.
Gotcha.
With water to thin it out. And it's a really good sauce. We've made it a lot. There's another pizza sauce that we use that is based on probably 80% crushed tomatoes with some tomato paste in it. Mm. And then there's a third red sauce that we've made that is nothing but just like San Marzano whole tomatoes that we crush up. It's a completely uncooked sauce, and it's a little lighter and a little fresher. So we've got 3 different red sauces. I like them all.
Yeah. I know my wife tends to lean. Her big thing is how heavy pizza can be, and a lot of times the sauce is the key thing. She wants she tends to go for a barbecue or Alfredo type sauce or just pure olive oil.
That cheese bowl.
But I think that lighter one that you described with the San Marzano, that is probably her style that she prefers. I know as well. So I mean, a classic marinara is the GOAT, right?
I want a red sauce on the pizza.
Yeah,
I want a red sauce. It doesn't mean that a barbecue pizza is not okay or a white sauce. But if I'm thinking just classic pizza, it's got to be red sauce.
Mm-hmm. Agree. So we're in lockstep so far.
Yes.
Let's go cheese. Okay. We're going to use string cheese. That's what we're going to use. String cheese or Cheese Whiz.
Kraft American Singles.
It would melt.
It would. Okay. Cheese.
Again, you're locked into pretty much one option, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, mozzarella.
No. I think for the best tasting pizza, you need a combination of cheeses.
Okay. 3 cheese blend.
You need mozzarella. And I would say, especially when we make this homemade, don't get just the low moisture part skim.
Yeah.
Find whole milk mozzarella.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference in just the taste and the overall eating experience. If you're looking for that cheesy, so you get that. And then I think you add in something like provolone.
Okay.
And it brings a little funkiness to the party that really helps things out.
Okay.
Mozzarella doesn't just have that much flavor to it.
I mean, that's true.
It does its job for the melting. That's great. But when you want that extra flavor, provolone will bring that and add just a little intrigue and a little mystery. And you're like, this is good. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Then what?
The The face. It was the face that got me. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to go watch the video version of this because that was...
Our pizza needs faces.
Pizza.
Okay, it's serious.
I don't want my pizza to have a face. You want a smiley face pizza with the pepperonis?
Papa John's used to do that. At Halloween, they would make
They'll still do.
face.
They do the hearts on Valentine's.
Valentine's, yes.
They do the heart-shaped pizza.
Where were we at? Okay, mozzarella provolone. I always add Monterey Jack into my blend
I
as
do
well.
like Monterey Jack.
Because it melts really well.
Right,
also
yeah.
has a little more flavor to it. You can add that in there. And then, of course, there's got to be Parmesan.
Yeah.
And not the stuff in a green bottle that's powder, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. We get the real
cheese
deal
dust.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Yeah.
Grate that stuff up. One of the things I got for Erica for Christmas, she had mentioned it at some point in the past, and I was like, oh, yeah, I think I'll get one of those. She wanted one of those cheese wheels like they have at Olive Garden.
Yeah,
So I got her one of those cheese wheels to
They're
grate
great.
with.
I do like
That's been
having
a lot of fun. So you need some Parmesan in the blend. I think those 4 cheeses is perfect. Now, if you wanted to add a 5th cheese,
Blue.
troll, you could add a little cheddar. I don't mind a little cheddar in my mix. It needs to be a very small percentage of the pizza,
Yeah.
but a little cheddar is good. Asiago,
Okay.
it's super funky.
Yeah.
Not in a blue cheese way, but
Right.
it's got some funkiness to it. Depending on the pizza that you're making, I don't mind if you threw some feta on there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
give me some
also, it's kind of got that funkiness to it.
It does, and you do need to be careful on what kind of pizza you're going to do. That's not going to work.
Like if
with
you're
just
making a
straight
pepperoni
Yeah,
pizza,
that's
don't
not
put
gonna
that on
work.
there.
No.
But if there's going to be some red onion on there,
Some fresh veggies,
maybe chicken going to be on
yeah.
the pizza, or you're going with a white sauce, something like
Right.
that. Feta works really well
it
in some of
does.
those scenarios. But I think that you can sneak in a 5th cheese based on what the pizza is. I think you start with the 4 cheese blend, then you get that 5th cheese if you want to.
Yeah.
If you're going to build your perfect pizza.
Perfect.
Now, if you're just making pizza and all you got's the mozzarella, then make your pizza.
Yeah.
Or if you've only got 2 cheeses, make your pizza. But if we're building a perfect pizza here, so I can have all of these things that I want.
Okay.
So you start with that 4 cheese blend.
I'll give you your 4 cheese blend.
Okay.
I like that. I like it a lot, actually.
Then what are you going to take for your cheese? Or are we're just going to give each other
I mean, so far,
crust,
I think
sauce,
we're-
and cheese?
Yeah, I think we're in lockstep so far, and we may agree on our perfect pizza.
Okay. Well, I don't think we.
You don't
well,
think?
we might. We might.
I mean, I know what I think I know what mine is already, but so we've covered crust, we've covered sauce, we've covered cheese. Now, toppings,
Toppings.
and here we go.
And I do not count cheese as a topping. I don't like pizza places counting
I
cheese
agree
as a
that.
topping.
I agree with that.
It should not be a topping. It should just be standard.
Yeah, if you're going to a place and say you get a 1 topping pizza, that's not
Cheese.
a cheese pizza.
No.
So everything up to this point has just been base. You can customize that base, but for the most part, we're going to start with a typical hand-tossed crust with a marinara and a 4 cheese blend.
Yes.
Now we build.
Now we build.
All right. Rapid fire. We want to start with meats, veggies.
Let's start with meats.
Okay. Typically, I'm just going to read them off first.
Okay.
Typically, you got pepperoni, you've got bacon, sausage, 2 different kinds, typically pork and Italian. You've got, I'm going through this list, chicken, ham, Canadian bacon. Is there a difference?
I mean, there is a difference in the places that we're getting pizza from. There's no difference.
Usually
in it.
no difference.
It's ham
Right.
is what they're using.
Yeah.
They're not using Canadian bacon.
Salami. You've got, what am I missing? Beef.
I was going to say there's beef, there's meatballs.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of meatballs on the pizza.
I'm not either.
It's just too big.
It is.
Now, some places I've seen they will chop it up, and that's basically just the beef, though. Prosciutto. Let's see. Am I missing anything else? don't think so. Well, okay. It depends on if you want to count anchovies as a meat. I guess we could say protein.
Proteins.
I have had fishy pizzas before.
Why do we always see anchovies in pizza? Like cartoons.
I've never understood it.
What is that about?
I remember watching TV shows back in the day, in the 90s, early 2000s, and it always seemed like when they would order the pizza, hold the anchovies. Like anchovies was part of the base pizza. Like no matter what pizza you got, you had to get anchovies unless you asked for it not to have it. So I'm not sure where that began, but it seems like that was always the thing. Hold the anchovies on my pizza. I get that some people may like it. That's fine. The brininess or whatever. But like, I don't know why hold the anchovies. It always made it feel like anchovies were a default on pizzas.
I'm looking here to see if there's anything that we missed. This one, pulled pork.
I have had a pulled pork pizza before. That is good.
I can see that. What have I not had? And I'm just sitting here thinking, is brisket on pizza? Why has nobody done a brisket pizza?
I'm sure somebody has. Chef Tom at ATBBQ has probably done a brisket pizza before.
I just don't feel like have you seen a brisket pizza?
I haven't.
Have you seen a brisket pizza?
To my knowledge, I haven't. What's the weirdest pizza you've had, by the way? Or the worst? Like, is there a pizza that sticks out to your mind as the weirdest or worst?
Nothing's coming to mind.
I have had a Thousand Island dressing based pizza with squid, octopus, shrimp, with an assortment of, peppers and tomatoes. And it was surprisingly not that bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it was anywhere near the top, but it was not bad. That's a Hong Kong special.
I'm asking ChatGPT about the whole anchovy thing. And one of the things that they mention is the TMNT phenomenon of the 80s and 90s. It says that they were obviously famously obsessed with pizza. Sometimes with bizarre ingredients like jelly beans and sausage, marshmallows, peanut butter, anchovies were among their gross out combos. And because it was so popular, other cartoons and shows referenced the idea of including anchovies to tap into the humor. So I don't know if...
I mean, it makes sense for a turtle to want anchovies, I guess.
I guess so.
I have never had anchovy on a pizza. Have you?
From Garfield, this could be part of it. From Garfield to various sitcoms, the idea of hold the anchovies became a running joke. So maybe some comic strips, maybe the Garfield comic strip, that could be maybe where some of that came from. Because now that I read that and hear Garfield, I kind of feel like I can remember comic strips with Garfield in it. Saying hold the anchovies on that.
I'm trying to see. I'm hopping on Pizza Hut's app real quick to see if I can get anchovies on a pizza.
I do not remember seeing anchovies offered.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I don't know that I've ever seen anchovies on an app when I'm ordering pizza.
I have seen it at some locations that are sit-down, higher-end pizza joints, not like your carry-out places.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Domino's, I don't think they're offering anchovies.
Yeah, Pizza Hut, no anchovies available. Because I was just thinking, I was like, maybe I should try this. Maybe I need to give it a try. But at least Pizza Hut, I'm not going to check all the apps right now, but at least Pizza Hut doesn't have it. So that's all the meats I can think of.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well them.
So we want to start filling this thing out a little bit?
Yes.
You hadn't hit the bell yet, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take pepperoni.
Okay.
I mean, that's a clear number one, right?
Yeah. It is the perfect pizza topping.
It really is. And you don't have, I mean, are you eating pepperoni with anything else other than a pizza or pizza adjacent food?
Yeah.
You are?
Uh-huh.
What are you putting pepperoni in?
I had it last night in salad.
Okay.
I put it in some different pastas.
Okay.
I put it on my sandwiches.
Okay.
I had a turkey sandwich yesterday that I threw some pepperoni on.
I stand correct.
And then I put it in my salad last night. Makes just a great standalone snack.
I agree with that. I mean, when I was doing keto and stuff, that would be a quick snack just to sit there and munch on some pepperoni. But it's great. If honestly, and that may be all I need for my perfect pizza.
It is hard to improve on a pepperoni pizza.
I mean, it's just so good.
If I had to choose just one,
Yeah.
pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni, cheese, sauce, and bread. That's all you need. That's it at the end of the day. Maybe, and we haven't got to sauces and or what would you call the next layer on top of your top? Drizzles and seasonings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like a little hot honey, maybe. I'm happy. I'm a happy guy. So pepperoni is GOAT status when it comes to toppings. And I don't know, we hadn't filled the bracket out yet. For my money, it may be hard to knock off.
And we're talking about perfect pizza.
Perfect
so,
pizza.
And I can tell you, man, I should pull it up, see if I can find it. When I think of the best, you asked me about the worst pizzas that I had. When I think of the best pizzas that I've had, it is not hard for me to know exactly where I'm going.
Good idea. Looking in the Photos app.
Yeah, I'm trying to search through my Photos app. Okay, do you see that pizza right there? Do you see that cheese pull on that pizza?
Oh yeah.
When you talk about TMNT pizza, you guys can't see it, okay? But this is the best pepperoni pizza that I have ever had. It's at a place called something.
That's a great pizza place, by the way.
Just went
if you want good pizza, go to something.
Hang on. Give me a second to look this up. In West Yellowstone. Okay, I know where it is.
Every one of these pizzas in my thing is pepperoni pizza.
Wild West Pizzeria and Saloon. Wild West Pizzeria and Saloon in West Yellowstone. We ate there 3 times in a week.
Wow.
It had to be good. It had to be good. Also, there's not just a ton of options to eat there in West Yellowstone. But this pizza, really everything that we had at Wild West Pizzeria was phenomenal. But this picture that I have pulled up, the cheese pull on these things were like 18 inches.
Wow.
They were just so incredible. The cheese hit, the pepperoni hit. This was the best pizza I've ever had anywhere.
Wow.
Their mac and cheese is the best mac and cheese that we had. I mean,
it's not a mac and cheese episode, Aaron.
We tried multiple pizzas. Even this was some kind of weird taco pizza, and it had a thin crust. But it was really, look at this sausage and pepperoni pizza that we got there. I mean, it is just
looks good.
It was perfect. Everything that we had. I mean, look at that pizza.
It's good.
It was the perfect pizza.
I knew when we hit record on this episode, I was like, I'm going to want pizza when this is over with. And we're not even over with it yet. And I want pizza. I want it. And I'm not going to be able to get it.
Also, at this place, look at this. Oh, sorry.
They have anchovies?
Anchovies.
Wow.
They had Italian sausage and hot Italian sausage.
Is that the defining thing, the ingredient to look for in a good pizza place? If they have anchovies, is it a good pizza place?
They offer smoked Gouda as an option on your pizza.
That would be, man, that and a pulled pork with some barbecue sauce.
Ricotta was on there. They also offer sauerkraut as one of their vegetable toppings. I've never seen sauerkraut on a pizza.
I haven't either, but I'm intrigued.
I like sauerkraut. You like sauerkraut?
I like kraut, yeah.
I could make a German pizza, with some kraut, some sausage on there.
Sausage.
Like a smoked sausage or a brat.
Yeah.
Some spicy mustard of some kind.
Yeah.
I could make a kraut pizza.
You could do that. Sorry, I stepped on my cord. So we got pepperoni. What else? Meat-wise. What is second fiddle to pepperoni?
So we need to add other stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
we each get 4. So I mean, we could each pick a meat, a vegetable.
I guess I will take pork sausage then. I just prefer. The reason I don't pick Italian sausage. I do not like fennel. I don't like that licorice taste to it, and so I want to like it, but I just can't. So I usually, if I'm making pizza, I grab a hot breakfast sausage,
right?
Because I do like the spice.
Yeah, the spice is great.
I just don't like fennel. So
where would you like it?
I mean, number 1, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Any other meats we want to add to this? Bacon is always good on a pizza. I'm never opposed to bacon, especially when it. Now, I'm not usually doing pepperoni and bacon. I'll do a chicken and bacon.
Yes.
And I'm not. I used to love when I had a younger man's palate, the chicken bacon ranch style pizzas. That's not my vibe, and it's always so dense. That ranch whitish sauce is just never. It's not my jam anymore.
It's not your jam anymore. This is this was a buffalo chicken pizza that I made.
Okay.
And I did a ranch drizzle across the top of it. Are you opposed to a ranch drizzle
I
on
can
it?
get on board with that. Yeah.
This was one of the best pizzas we've made at home. I really like this tangy.
I do like a buffalo chicken, a buffalo sauce base instead of the marinara.
Yes.
That's really good. I do like that a lot.
I've got a lot of pictures of
You
pizza
do have a
in
lot
my
of pictures.
in my phone. I'm just realizing
A
this.
good breakfast pizza, also very good.
Oh, it is.
I like a breakfast pizza.
I'll
too.
tell you my second favorite pizza very quickly. It is called High Mountain Pies in Leadville, Colorado, the highest incorporated town in America. Sits over 10,000 feet. I don't know what it is about them, but they have an incredible pizza.
Yeah.
And that pizza I made at home a couple of weeks ago, that's what all of my family are like, this tastes exactly like the High Mountain Pies pizza. Like you somehow nailed that. It was good.
Okay. Other toppings. Let's go veggies. Go for it.
Green pepper.
Solid choice. Number 2, 3.
2.
Okay.
One of the classic pizza combos, and I had this pulled up that we could kind of look at here, but there is a classic that you see at a lot of pizzerias, and that's a sausage, pepper, and onion pizza.
Yeah.
You know, and that when you think of maybe Chicago, a sausage, pepper, and onion pizza is really kind of
It's classic.
classic combination there. I like, and even if it's not sausage, I like a pepperoni and green pepper on my pizza.
Yeah.
I think green pepper adds a little of flavor, but it also adds some texture.
Texture. It gives you a little bit of bite, a little
Yes.
crunch to it.
And I think having some texture in your pizza isn't a bad thing
No, it's great.
at all.
Yeah, I mean, it should be celebrated. I'm gonna, man, there's a lot of good ones on here. I'm gonna go mushroom. I'm gonna take mushroom.
Okay.
I love mushroom on a pizza. Are you a mushroom hater?
I am not the biggest fan of mushrooms, but over the last decade, I have grown to where I will eat a pizza with mushrooms on there.
Yeah.
Particularly if it's a certain style of mushroom. And that is, I prefer, and we made this at home and I ate it with the mushrooms on there and it was fine. I like to take a fresh mushroom and cut the mushrooms fresh and put on the pizza.
Yeah.
I do not like canned mushrooms. They're too slimy.
Yeah,
And for
agree.
me, it is a texture thing much more than it is the taste of a mushroom. I think in most cases, the mushroom's pretty flavorless, honestly.
Well-
I don't think it contributes a lot. I think it really gets lost in the pizza.
I think it gives what you, olive lovers, I think
No.
it gives that.
they are not brined.
They're not brined.
The olive
but
brings a salty, briny bite to the pizza.
It's not brine, but it's a dulled version of that. Of just that note.
I mean, a mushroom has a very earthy, dirt quality to it.
I mean, that's just what I assume. That's how I connect with olives. Dirt, gross. I mean, it is very umami. You know, it is. Is it got that in there? It's got.
Yes. I mean, mushrooms tend to have, they're on the umami side of things.
I agree texturally.
But I think I don't think your white button mushrooms have that much flavor to them.
Probably no.
Your standard pizza mushroom.
You do have to cook some of that out. You got to cook some of the moisture out and get it there.
Yes. And which is why I don't like the canned mushrooms. They're too slimy.
Agree.
I think a fresh mushroom, you cook it, if it's on top of the pizza
Absolutely.
and it gets that heat and it kind of dries and
Yep.
shrivels, I don't mind that. I do
get a
not
good-
want a chewy
A portobello, something like that is always
portobello,
gonna be-
shiitake, something like that's going to have more flavor
Yeah.
in the mushroom realm. So I'm not a mushroom hater, but I probably wouldn't put it on my perfect pizza.
Right. Yeah. No.
But if it's there, I'm not going to take it off.
Right.
I would pick all the mushrooms off. Now, if it looks like it's some of the kind of slimy, I may still pull them off, or if it's overly mushroomed.
Yeah. You don't want a lot.
But just to have a mushroom here or there on the pizza, I can live with it.
All right. What else? Your pick.
Can you scroll back to the top?
I can.
There was... olives.
Okay.
I
It's your side of the bracket to choose.
mean, we're going to end up with a half and half pizza here.
I say we each make our own and then a collective pizza,
I wish I could understand why you don't like olives.
I don't know.
I understand people having an aversion to things like mushrooms, but the olives I really don't get, because it's just sort of this pickledy, briny, salty.
I don't mind briny things, but the olive just doesn't do it. Man, it's almost like I don't know. I just don't like them. Don't like them. Never have. It's not something
I know. And I feel like that it's something that
I want
kids
to.
don't like that they should grow out of.
I want to like them. I really do. Because just like with bananas and black beans, the three things I don't like, I would love to like them, but I can't make myself do it.
Like green olives are a stronger taste. I could see somebody thinking, "Oh, that one's really aggressive." But the black olive is much more mild than the green olive. I don't see how the black olive is offensive, and it just brings sort of another flavor compound to the pizza, especially to cut through, I think, some of the things like sausage and pepperoni. It just brings a little something to the party that is really needed.
I will have a bouncer at that party.
If it's a Greek pizza, you throw some Kalamata olives on there with some grilled chicken, some artichokes,
and
feta
honestly,
cheese.
That's one of, like, when you gotta get like a Greek salad or a lot of Greek food will have olives in it, and it's I have to be so picky with my
the
Greek
salad
food.
that I was talking about from last night. We've made this twice this week. We've been on this copycat of Olive Garden's salad.
Gotcha.
And one of the things I love about their salad is the black olives in it.
They're so big.
They're fantastic. It makes it easier for you to pick them out, though.
That's true. That is true. I mean, I've eaten. It's not going to gag me. It's nothing like that. But if
work on liking olives this year. Find a way to make peace with olives.
Just cold turkey. Just go after it. Just start.
Try different olives.
Immersion therapy.
Try the garlic stuffed olives. Try the Kalamata olives. I think it's possible that you can be an adult.
I refuse to grow up. Says the person who doesn't like raw onion.
That is offensive.
It's not offensive. It's great.
No.
It does the similar thing. It brightens things up.
No,
it gives
it doesn't.
texture.
I can quote multiple chefs that will tell you raw onion does not belong on anything. That raw onion is terrible.
It's not. It's good.
And raw onion does not belong on a pizza.
I agree with that.
And I have a real problem with places that put raw onion on their pizza and then they bring it out and it's only like it's been kissed by a fire. I do not want to taste raw onion. I don't mind if the onion is cooked. If it's in small enough pieces and it's been cooked, I can eat onion on my pizza.
And I'm not going to put red onion on my list because out of respect for you.
I mean, I'm not going to put it on mine either. But I mean, you took mushrooms, so you opened the door to this.
Well, I don't think mushrooms are your view of mushrooms or my view of olives.
No, you're a much bigger olive hater than I am mushroom hater.
Onion and olives are closer together between the two differences.
That's not even remotely close. Not even remotely close.
I'm tempted to take pineapple then.
Do you see this picture? This is a very tasty pizza.
That does look good.
This is from Hideaway.
I do like Hideaway.
It's called. This is whatever their
Hideaway. We'll do a chains episode at one point. Hideaway may be up there for me when it comes to chains.
This is their Hawaiian, whatever they call it, Hawaiian Hurricane or something to that effect.
I know you told me about this. We made the confession on the pod.
Yes, I liked this pizza with pineapple on it.
Yeah.
I have not found another pineapple pizza that I like.
Here's the deal. People who are pineapple on pizza haters, they are assuming most people are like throwing pineapple on a pepperoni pizza. That's not how it works.
Oh, I see people do that.
Well, then that's wrong. Like
and I see people just order ham and pineapple.
That's okay. Well, it doesn't need the marinara.
I mean, the thing I liked about this one is how it worked with the jalapenos and whatever else. I think this was barbecue.
It's like any other topping. They need to work together. You can't just toss. There is no interchangeable toppings, okay? It's like any other dish. They have to work together. They have to complement each other. Anything can be on a pizza, but that needs to work together. They need to talk to each other. The flavor profile needs to work together. You can't just start tossing toppings on a pizza all willy-nilly.
So are you going to take jalapenos?
I've got two spots remaining.
This says top scientifically backed pizza combinations, and they list pepperoni, jalapeno, and onion. Pepperoni provides salty, fatty umami. Onion adds sweetness. Jalapenos lend capsaicin for heat.
I'm not taking jalapeno. I am going to take pepperoncini.
Okay. Banana peppers?
Yeah, interchangeable. I would go pepperoncini.
So when I think of pepperoncini, I'm thinking of the whole thing.
Right. But
over the slice
them up.
Rings.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of, I don't know if pizza places still do that or not, but a lot of times they would throw one or two of those into the box.
Yeah.
And you could kind of munch on that along with your pizza.
Mm-hmm. But to me, I love that. And oftentimes I'll get a banana pepper or something like that as a topping too, because it does, again, it brightens, it gives some heat. It does all those things that you mentioned about the jalapeno, but I think it has a little bit less heat, so it's not abrasive.
No.
There are some places, a lot of places are doing like the jarred jalapeno, the pickled jalapeno.
Yes.
You get a good place with fresh jalapeno. Very different story to me.
I mean, I kind of like that's why I like the banana peppers. I like the pickledness on there. When I was a teenager, I worked at a pizza place in Searcy, and one of the pizzas that many times I would make for myself and take home, I would start with the thin cracker-style crust. I would use yellow mustard as the base, cheddar cheese, pepperonis.
I would like to pause for you were at the pizza place. This wasn't just raiding a college dorm.
No, this is how I would build the pizza to make. Yellow mustard.
You just told me about it.
Cheddar cheese, pepperoni, and banana peppers on that thin cracker style crust.
You should make that this weekend and relive.
I don't know. Thinking back, I don't know if it's good. I liked it then.
You need to make it again and give a report.
To me, the worst part of it is just the straight yellow mustard as a base.
Well, yeah, that and banana peppers.
It leaned heavy into the vinegar side of things. I don't know how I came up with that combo, but there were a lot of Saturday nights that I would take that home as my food.
Wow. No, thank you.
But I still like banana peppers. I like all of those things on pizza. I just don't know about the mustard. I need to try one again.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay for one. I might make one at home.
Yeah, just make it at home. We each have you have two left. You have two spots remaining.
Okay.
Ooh.
What has been taken?
I'm gonna move mushrooms for me. I know it's not going to advance. We have pork sausage, mushrooms, green pepper, pepperoni, pepperoncini / banana pepper.
Can you scroll back to the top of our list?
I can. By the way, for reference, we're using our friends over at ranker.com. They're not our friends because they're not a sponsor, so do not go to them. Actually, actively boycott them until they sponsor an episode.
Oh, keep scrolling. Let's talk about tomato on pizza for a second.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of tomato on pizza.
Only if it leans to a fresher, olive oil chicken, a margarita style.
To me, it's just too juicy. It's too mushy.
You need to have it in moderation. It needs to be chopped, not whole slices of tomato on there.
If it is a taco pizza, I don't mind putting raw tomato on at the end. Obviously, I said I like red sauce, so it's not I'm anti-tomato. It's just something about a slice of cooked tomato.
It often will water it down and makes it too sloppy.
To me, if I'm doing a fresher style or a Greek style pizza, I like a sun-dried tomato on there.
Yeah.
I think that brings more of the flavor, intense tomato flavor.
Right.
And you don't just get this watery, mushy, like a hot tomato just isn't the greatest thing in the world, in my opinion. I think it's a subpar topping. Okay, you can keep scrolling if that's where we were at. We've got mushrooms, crushed red pepper. See, I don't think of crushed red pepper as a topping. To me, that's one of those finishing things. Like, you hit it with...
Are we including those or no? Because I'm torn between two,
topper.
and they're both...
It's not a topping, it's
they're
a topper.
both toppings.
Chicken, ham. Okay, let's stop at ham. Did anybody take ham?
We have not taken ham.
I'm not seeing anything that's really just scratching the itch that I've got. I mean, I'm close to, like, these. We're just getting into specific things.
Yeah.
If you're making a specific pizza at this
Specific
point.
pizza styles.
I guess give me ham.
You have 2 spots, so where do you
I
want?
have
three or 4?
I'll take it third then.
Ham or Canadian bacon?
Doesn't matter. We'll call it ham.
Okay.
The Canadians will get mad.
What's the difference?
There is a difference in where the Canadian bacon comes from. Is
Canada?
I mean, on the pig, it's like pea meal bacon, I believe is what they call it.
Okay.
And it is processed a little differently than American ham. I don't know that it's smoked just like ours is.
Oh, okay.
There's differences in it, but for all intents and purposes, ham and Canadian bacon are an interchangeable term, and nobody should get their, underwear in a bunch over it in the way that it's being used in this scenario.
Can I tell you where I'm at for my last pick? Because you may have to make a call on this, so I have time to look at other things. Because I am actively thinking these toppers or these additives post toppings. I'm torn between crushed red pepper flakes, classic pizzeria place, gives it some heat. Hot honey is dang near there. And a good Cisco ranch to dip in. I'm also very torn with that, because if you're talking my perfect pizza,
dipping pizza in ranch is one of the greatest things.
It's so good. So that's where I'm at. So I need a ruling before I put one of those down. Are we allowing things like that into this bracket, or does it need to be strictly pizza and toppings?
I think it should be in the bracket.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do then. Unless you want to take one of those. You want to take, because you got a spot left. So I'm going to give you the option. So if you're still hurting and trying to hunt down and trying to just going to pick something, if you want something like ranch, I'm going to give it to you.
I guess I'll take crushed red pepper.
Okay.
Because I don't just technically think that ranch is a topping. It's a dipper.
Okay.
In this pizza.
Then I'm going to take hot honey.
Okay.
Just a hot honey drizzle at the end. Just to put over it. I think we have extensively covered pizza toppings. Are we ready to do... Let's build our ultimate pizzas first. You want to do that before we do the bracket?
Okay.
Proceed. The floor is yours. Aaron, what is your perfect pizza?
Red sauce, the cheese that we mentioned, pepperoni, sausage, black olives, pepper, green pepper, and banana peppers.
Okay. Other than the olives, I'm not turning that pizza down.
You would probably swap the olives for mushrooms.
Yeah. For me, I really think I'm just taking pepperoni and a drizzle of hot honey. That's all I need. Give me a good crust, the good sauce, good cheeses, pepperoni, and just a light little drizzle of hot honey for some sweetness and heat. Craig's a happy boy.
I was just thinking in terms of the topping. I still go back to the best pizzas I've had are just strictly pepperoni only.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it it is the go-to pizza. Outside of that, if I'm going to build something else, that's what I would build is what I gave you. But the pepperoni just automatically goes into the Hall of Fame.
It does. Do we even need to do the bracket at this point? We're going to do it just for content's sake, but
before we do that, can I give you some weird pizza combinations from other places?
Oh, please do.
Because we're talking about U.S. style pizza.
That's true.
And you mentioned having some pizza in other parts of the world. In Sweden, they have a banana and curry pizza.
Okay.
That sounds awful.
It does.
Terrible. Sliced bananas, curry powder and sauce, cheese, sometimes peanuts. That combo just...
Why?
My mustard pizza is starting to sound good.
Yes.
In Southeast Asia, they have a durian pizza.
No. Have you ever had it?
I have not. I have not.
Awful.
I've handled it.
Awful.
But I've never smelled one.
Awful.
It just I don't know. How about in Scotland? Haggis.
I have never had haggis. Have you?
I haven't, and I don't intend to.
I'm hoping I never.
I mean, we're talking organ meats here.
We are.
Liver, lungs,
served in intestine,
kidneys, all packaged up into no.
I'm hoping I never come in contact with it because then I'll have to try it based on my code of ethics.
This one I could get down with. How about a Korean kimchi style pizza? I mean, we're talking about cabbage, sauerkraut, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that there's a way that you could work kimchi into a pizza.
Maybe.
And have something that would be...
I've never had a kimchi I really like, though.
Okay. Japan, they do squid ink sauce and squid toppings a lot on pizza.
Okay.
I've had dried squid pizza.
Yeah.
I was not a fan. I was not a fan of that.
I don't mind squid. Like I said, I had it in Hong Kong. I'm not a big fan of squid ink, though.
I've never tasted squid ink.
It is. I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
It has a flavor, huh?
It's got a little bit of a flavor. Now, like a squid ink pasta, you don't taste it nearly as much. But I've had some squid ink sauces and stuff like that before, and it's just. You mentioned kind of mushrooms can be kind of dirty and earthy. It's very much tends to be that way. At least the ones I've had. Maybe they were just bad, but
in Nordic countries, they're doing reindeer.
Okay.
Rudolph on the pizza. Smoked elk. I could see that being on there.
I get bigger.
Some French fusion pizzas, this is called, with frog legs.
Okay.
Frog leg pizza.
I don't think of anything but Southern when I think of frog legs.
I don't either.
So that's interesting.
I'm wondering if it was like this French thing that came to the
doing like the
Cajun infiltration.
I bet it was.
And that's where that influence came from, and that's where we get the frog leg thing from.
I bet you're right.
Maybe some of the Creole stuff there. Peanut butter and jelly pizza. We have not talked sweet pizza, dessert pizzas.
As you were talking about it, I was like, we have not talked about the Pizookie or any of those kinds of things.
No.
I'm a fan. Dessert pizzas, I'm here for. The chocolate chip, the Bavarian, all those things.
Yes.
I'm here for.
So when I think of those, I think of the pizza buffet places that would put those out or bring the... Yes.
Used to have the greatest little Bavarian pizza. It was so good.
Yeah. I think of like Larry's Pizza.
Yeah.
They would have several different kinds, and they had a peanut butter jelly. They had a chocolate chip, the Bavarian. And I don't remember who did this, but somebody did like a cinnamon apple streusel kind of pizza that was really nice.
Was that Charlie's?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I've seen a s'mores pizza.
Yeah. BJ's does the Pizookie. They're big known for that. And
yes.
It's similar. There's different flavors of it, but there's not a lot of places that do. I think Pizza Hut has a chocolate chip cookie.
Yes.
Big, just like a chocolate chip cookie cake kind of thing. A lot of them are cookie cakes that are masquerading as, but
yes,
Pizza Inn was different, man.
Yeah, Pizza Inn, Larry's Pizza, those kind of places. I think CC's, I think they would do that. It was actual pizza crust.
It was, yeah.
With the dessert toppings on it.
And it was special, man. It was good.
Canned tuna
No.
is a fairly common pizza topping in parts of Europe. I don't want a tuna pizza.
I don't either.
How about a full English breakfast pizza?
No.
Fried egg, bacon or sausage, mushrooms, tomatoes, and beans.
Yeah, no. That's a hard pass for me.
How do you feel about egg on pizza? You're a big egg on a burger guy?
I am.
Have you ever had egg on a pizza?
Not on like a normal pizza, no.
I have seen that done.
Really?
I've never tried it.
I mean, on a breakfast pizza, sure, but like, I've never seen that done on anything else.
I've had several people tell me like Casey's gas station has
I've
a good
heard the
breakfast
same
pizza.
thing.
I've never tried it.
I haven't either. I need to. I like a good breakfast.
So there's some weird pizza combinations out there. I'm curious to know if any of our listeners, our audience, has experienced some sort of weird pizza combo.
Yeah. What's the weirdest pizza combination you've ever had? Let us know in the comments. All right, let's bracket this thing out.
If you want to be the best, you have to beat the rest. This is the Best Things Bracket.
All right. What is the greatest pizza topping? What is the best pizza topping? Today's bracket brought to you by nobody. That's what I was trying to say.
We would love to have the bracket brought to you by somebody.
We'd love to have the bracket sponsored. So if you are an entrepreneur or business owner, let us know. Hey, I'll sponsor that bracket because we put these on TikTok. I have nearly 20,000 followers over on the TikTok. So
You need to join in if you're not there.
yeah, go hop on.
That's where we have a lot of the fun.
We do have a lot of fun over there.
Just like the Lions stuff. You never know what kind of famous groups and people might just hop into the
You know which
comments.
one popped off for us? Nary last week was our conversation. We did the episode on sitcoms. It's been 2 months now, but where we had the revelation that TV land of today is now Friends and Everybody Loves Raymond. Apparently, that struck a chord to 1 million views on that video.
Thank you.
Of a lot of people saying we hate you for reminding them that
How old they are.
you are old now. If you're in
Yes.
your 30s, start looking at colonoscopy, people. So.
Hey, I saw that you did because we built our perfect crunch wraps. I saw that video.
did, yeah.
Clip was up on some
Yeah.
social media in the last couple of days.
Yours still cracks me up.
I don't even remember what mine was.
Just the heft of
I remember
the weight
that.
of that. A $13 crunch wrap.
That's right. It had everything in
It
it.
had everything. All right. What is the best pizza topping? We have our top 8 here right now. I think this is going to go pretty quickly. We know what the winner's going to be, but let's see who the other contenders are. Round 1, pork sausage versus mushrooms. 3, 2, 1.
Sausage.
Green pepper versus banana pepper. 3, 2, 1.
Banana pepper.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Green pepper 1 to 10. 3, 2, 1. 8.
7.
Banana pepper 3, 2, 1.
7.
8. Okay. 15's all around.
And we thought it was going to be
We
easy.
thought it was going to be easy. Neither one of these are going to make it past the next round, but green pepper 1 to 100. 3, 2, 1.
85.
Okay. It's 165. Banana pepper 3, 2, 1. 80. So green pepper moves on. All right. Did you have a change of heart?
I did.
Okay.
I went back to green pepper.
I was thinking about the numbers. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, I went back to green pepper.
Pepperoni versus crushed red pepper flakes.
Yep.
What?
I just laughed. It was a scornful laugh. It was a mock.
3, 2, 1. Pepperoni. Hot honey.
Hey, something we didn't talk about was different pepperonis.
Oh, you're right.
Like pepperoni, cupping pepperoni, old world pepperoni.
That was one of the things that was in my camera feed when I searched pizza, was the meme that says, it's my favorite season. It's soup season. And it just showed a picture of the cupping pepperoni with the grease in it.
So a perfect pizza is pepperoni with cupping pepperoni, old world pepperoni, diced pepperoni. all the pepperonis on the pizza.
You can't. No, I'm not a fan of diced pepperoni.
Hang on, what?
If I'm going to have the pepperoni, it just needs to be the old school or the cupping. Give me one. I don't want multiple pepperonis on there.
Why?
I mean, maybe if you want to go the old school and the cupping, but not like double pepperoni. Like just split it in half. Do multiple.
I got a double pepperoni pizza from Papa Murphy's Take and Bake for the first time when we were out in Colorado this year, and it came with these
pepperoni strips
on it. Pepperoni strips. How do you feel about pepperoni strips?
I mean, I'm not mad at it, but like, I don't know. I don't like the diced pepperoni that can just kind of be. I want it to be a little bit. I want there to be some gap. It's kind of like a chocolate chip cookie. Like you don't want the whole thing just so many chocolate chips.
So
in
you
there.
don't want you just want
gaps.
scattered pepperoni on it.
You need some gaps. You need some variation in there.
How do you feel about thick pepperoni versus thin pepperoni?
I probably lean thinner.
See, I like
somewhere in the middle. Though.
Like Marco's offers their pepperoni magnifico.
Yeah.
And it's got regular pepperoni, but it's also got the old world cupping spicy pepperonis, and I like the combination of the two.
I like that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Like I said, I don't want I don't want pepperoni in the sauce and on this and that. I don't, just keep it simple. Kiss method. Hot honey versus ham. 3, 2, 1.
Ham.
Hot honey. Hot honey 1 to 10. 3, 2.
Which one are we ranking first?
Hot honey.
Hot honey.
Hot honey 3, 2, 1.
7.
8. Here we go again. Ham 3, 2, 1. 7. Hot honey 1 to 100. 3, 2, 1. 85.
75.
Gosh, 85.
It's 160.
Okay, yeah, that's math. Ham 3, 2, 1. 70.
85.
Hot honey moves on by 5. We have sausage versus green pepper. 3, 2, 1.
Sausage. If you're ever out in Colorado, you need to go to a place called Bojo's Pizza.
Holy
Mountain Pizza.
cow.
They are known. You order your pizza by the pound there. You decide, do I want a 2-pound pizza, 4-pound pizza, 6-pound pizza? They don't do small, medium, larges. So
Wow.
it's by the pound. And they're known for their mountain-style crust. I mean, that is a massive...
Is that hollow on the inside?
It's like a big breadstick
bread?
on the back end, and they bring honey to the table, and so you eat your pizza and you dip your crust in honey.
Interesting.
And they're really well known for it.
Pepperoni or hot honey? 3, 2, 1.
Pepperoni.
And sausage or pepperoni? 3, 2, 1.
Sausage. Just kidding.
With the jokes. Pepperoni takes it. Congratulations. It was no surprise. Not even a little bit. We do have another decision to make. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the cusp. And I guess I should get it ready just in case, although I think it's going to come up just short. But if you can remember back to November when we last did an episode, we have a 4-time reigning champion in the Best Things battle. And it is none other than eating bread or having a haircut with Steve Jobs. Just having a conversation, resurrect him from the dead with Steve Jobs. So the question begs itself, Aaron. Which one of these do we choose?
It may be the best thing today, but is it the best thing of all time? It's time for the Best Thing Battle.
In this corner, we have pepperoni. You could even just say pepperoni pizza. Versus in this corner, hanging out with Steve Jobs. I have cued Luther Vandross. Shall we need him? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Pepperoni
pizza!
Oh, Steve! Steve, you got so close! One win away from Hall of Fame, but you have been dethroned by pepperoni pizza. And pepperoni, I'm predicting it now, is going to go all the way.
I have trouble foreseeing anything that I would pick above pepperoni pizza.
It's going to be maybe...
This is a good pepperoni pizza right here. This is from a pizzeria in Pensacola, Florida called Sky's Pizza. Everybody knows Sky's down there.
Yeah.
They make a 24-inch. I mean, it is absolutely massive. It's good, but we have a lot of friends in Arkansas that like to, roll down to the Gulf Coast for vacation season. There is...
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
If you get tired of seafood and you want a break, there's a place called Merlin's Pizza.
Merlin's is great.
That is just some fantastic pizza. And I would put it in probably some of the top 5 pizza that I've had.
Yeah.
I was just blown away by how good Merlin's Pizza was. You've been there?
I've had it. Yeah, it's good.
It's a great pizza place.
You showed the picture of Matt in the 24-inch. Check out that one. That was, now I talked about some bad pizza in Hong Kong. That was great pizza in Hong Kong.
Is it just pepperoni?
It's a pepperoni pizza. That thing is massive. The picture doesn't do it justice. You pick up a slice, it's as big as your head. It is massive. I don't know the inches. I would probably say at least 24, if not maybe more. Anything else to talk about when it comes to pizza?
Man, I feel like there's got to be something that we've missed with pizza, but I'm confident that if we did, since there's so much more pizza related content we can do, that it'll come up again there.
Yeah, it'll come up.
I don't know what it is.
I'm excited for this to be an ongoing suite of episodes to talk about pizza.
I want pizza now.
I do too, and I'm not going to get
I'll tell you something we didn't talk about. That's leftover pizza.
You like it cold or you
I
reheat
like it cold.
Do you?
I like a pepperoni.
I'll eat it cold.
I like a slice of cold pepperoni pizza for breakfast.
Yeah.
If it's got other toppings on it, I do want it reheated, but it's got to be reheated properly.
I think the chain pizza that you're going to get around here is better the next day, warmed back up in your toaster oven or your pan or whatever.
Please do not microwave your pizza if you're going to
do not. No.
That leads to bad leftover pizza.
Yes.
You can have a good leftover pizza experience. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, and sometimes you might be able to have a better pizza experience left over.
Yeah.
You can get a crispy crust on the bottom.
Not in a microwave.
But not in a microwave. That's not the proper way.
If you need to, nuke it for like 20 seconds just to bring it back up, then toss it in there. So, but usually you don't need to at all.
I agree.
And I've seen videos where they've tested the different ways to bring it back up and to bring it back to life. Some people are like, use a frying pan, just toss it in there, cook it back up, add a little water.
Steams the top of it,
yeah.
crisp the bottom.
But I found an air fryer or toaster oven.
Air fryer is fantastic for it.
It does. It does all the things you need it to. Okay. I think that's it then. I think we've done it for the best things. I'm Craig.
I'm Aaron.
We'll talk at you next time. Good to be back. Happy 2025, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see more videos from us. Craig, Aaron, what are you still doing? Go click the video.
Now.